Okay, we're live. Hello everyone. Just checking more stuff. And we go back to the main menu with a new save file. So yeah, welcome everyone to the pre-show for Pokemon Stars with Wave Race Blue Storm. Last Wave Race title in this series. One of these racing series that Nintendo doesn't seem to remember anymore. Yeah, there are 3 Wave Race titles, one for the Game Boy, one for the N64, best known, probably, and the GameCube. And everything good, so I think the audio seems also to be fine then. Yeah, what was I? I'm playing the cheapest NTSC version that I could find, which is Japanese. Else the American version works as well. European PAL version runs a bit faster because of conversion stuff that the programmers did to keep up the speed. Made the game actually faster. We play through the whole game with all circuits here, with championship, normal, Hato, and experto. Expato. Thank you. So we start in a few seconds. If I talk more. So 3, 2, 1, go. My comments. And we will select David Marina, the fastest driver with the fastest top speed. Also set the settings to higher top speed. Can also go for more acceleration and for more grip. But the controls are more like feeling stuff. No exact science. And we start with championship mode, which is Dalton Park. And this game only playable as a race. And I'm playing this a bit safe, because I'm a bit out of shape, like Marina seems to be. Most of the time, well, he eats a lot, maybe. Still the fastest driver. But yeah, from the story we think that Fizz played a bit before Wave Race 64. So maybe he's a bit fitter here. Younger. Don't know. Everyone else is at least a bit fitter. More aggressive, everyone. We will see that later when we will land in the midfield. And I'm using the boosts here. Come from more or less the Game Boy version, which had boosts. To give you a bit extra speed. And with that we win the first beginner race for a tutorial. And yeah, don't remember that it's you can accidentally retire. I did the last time I did the expert road. So we go to normal mode, which has 5 races, 5 days. Weather is RNG based, but when you start a new game you always get the same weather pattern. So you know at least what you get. Else you can get one of 5 weather settings. In this case we have sunny. You can also get. Yep, maybe I should try out loud. I might also read chat most of the time. It's hard to read chat during Wave Race racing games in general. We try to get out of the big pack. And we have to go around the buoys. We can miss 5 buoys. These are the symbols on the left. The balls. My trick doesn't work. Come on. Move forward, David. So yeah, 5 On the 5th buoy, when we retire, get last place, 0 points, which you shouldn't do, especially in this category. We don't allow retire in this category because when you can retire in the menu, which ends the race faster, which makes the overall real time also faster. So you can end the championship a bit earlier by more or less skipping one race. I'm not trying to lose the controls here too much. To the left during the boost. It gives you speed, but less control. Have to get new records here. Every time and the game wants to save that. So we try to get first place here or out of the top 3 to unlock the next circuit. The hard mode in this case. And we go to Southern Island, one race and environment that was remade for this game. It's more or less the same as in N64. Here a bit less sunny because it's cloudy. I'm trying to get absolute genius. Not getting the shortcut, damn it. Didn't get the corner around there. But you get an extra boost to even make a jump, else you're not fast enough to get over these ramps. Most of the time. And I don't find a line back. Oh man. Southern Island, the first lap always. Come on, don't hit me. Yeah, first lap in Southern Island, always a bit of a headache. And I'm too late with the boost. You have, for a short time, you get here a boost and can jump over it. Activate it a bit too late. So it didn't work out. You also have here the shortcut seen in the second lap. And the water height is going down. Is changing, also like in N64. Cool remake of this track. Maybe, yeah, I don't like the music. It's not that much of an improvement. They changed the style of the music, let's say it like that. I like it more of Wafer 64, but this game changed a lot of style and how it's played with the boost edit, which Wafer 64 doesn't have. It's a bit more powerful. Well, music is a bit more slightly comfy in the background. There are different music for the different weather patterns, which is cool. And I only noticed that when I found tracks on YouTube and you hear to them. Now I really notice while playing it. And we have here Aspen Lake. Kind of a remake of Milky Lake or Drake Lake. And I don't like the jump here in Aspen Lake. Can't jump over a ramp here. Have to halve the circuit. But I don't like going over this small bridge that they have there. So try it. And then the landing has to be good so you get into the slalom better. Don't lose too much speed. That was at a landing. You can also skip a few more buoys if you want. But if you want to play it a bit safer, like here, to not retire chance, but at least let's jump. Whoa. Trying to get buoys here. As you also lose the speed. Because you have the boost meter on the bottom right. If you get if this is fuller and filled by paddling the buoys the right way, you have a higher top speed. So always good to keep it up. So 3-1 to go for normal. And we get rainy weather for City Harbor. Kind of a mix of a port track of Railway 64 and Marine Fortress. It's the two of them. And depending on how the weather starts here, you start with high water level or a low water level. And I forgot that buoy was there. Then we'll take this a bit more outside to get the room back. Because missing the buoy on the right, on the wrong time that you're not used to, and then forgetting that got me into retire once. Just have to be aware of all that stuff. Go more or less risk if you miss the buoy. But you want to miss buoys because then you don't have to go the long way around here. You can make a shortcut. Also very dangerous driving here. Boxes falling. This one box falling from that place. And these half-covered ramps are the worst because most of the time you just crash into them. Collision detection not your friend in this case. You can see more or less from them depending on the water level. And if it's just in between you, like here, the chance of you just crashing into them is really high. You can jump over them depending on how you get over before some waves before. But that's quite RNG heavy. Can't really control that, so just trying to get around this top of the ramps. Trying to miss that. This is long straight. Want to boost a bit early. So I do tricks. Can feel the boost meter with tricks. Some you can hold. I do most of the time a bullet trick. Where it jumps on the front of a jet ski. And if you hold that, then you can get 3 boost ticks. And that fills your meter in between. You can do turbo boosts more often if you want, or just get the highest top speed earlier. Now to Cool Ocean, the Japanese version has some interesting English names sometimes. Well, I forgot the original English name right now. That's not Cool Ocean. So another ice track, also like in Railway 64. But with a really cool wave here. After going down of the ice road. Of an ice boulder. Which makes this cool wave effect. That's not a trick that I wanted to do. But I still do. Oh. Animation too long, but if you touch something while doing a stunt, then you fall from the jet ski. Need some extra tick here. I don't get it. Yeah, bullet trick is look stick back and forth, and sometimes it doesn't work. Before I'm a lot more consistent than at the start when I learned this game. Yeah, and 3 ticks here all the time. There's a boost a bit earlier than on a long straight. Then try to get on time out of the animation and not crash. There's that small ice that you can see. Whoa! I saw it coming. Stereo, Marina. No, it's a bit heavy. Got Akari leading here. Whoa. Also taunt here. From Marina. Competition is harsh. Same Blue Storm. And we also hear some nice announcer and finish normal circuit with that, with 5 wins. So yeah, we have a nice announcer. Every driver has a different announcer. In case of Marina, it's more like a kind of a server guy. But we will switch to Hayami in the next 2 circuits. Mostly because of the steering. For now we enjoy some nice victory sequence ceremony. Yeah, you got a turbo, man. I think that's the most arguable line of that announcer from Marina. The others don't say that. The first one was one of the snowboarders from 1080. Akari is just the sister. I think it's probably also in snowboarding. And Marina, a veteran in jet ski driving. Most of the time used, except when you need more steering. Which in this game is the street circuit. So we switch over to Hayami, Kyoto. The third fastest driver, but a lot more better steering than the other 2. At the beginning of this game I used the other woman, whose name I can't remember right now. But a purple one. Should be purple up in front, yeah. 2 rows in front of us. Miss the start! Oh. Have to press acceleration on time to get the turbo right from the start. Do not end in this chaos. Scan leads into here. Have a nice shortcut here through the wall. Break down the wall. Have to remember the line after it.
Good job. Right. That's right.
Here I can use the turbo. Right? Right.
You're about 1 second ahead. Great. You just earned a turbo. Nice. You got it. Great. Excellent. That's it. All right. You've got a turbo.
I haven't practiced all tracks to remember the kind of boost that you can skip on time. But I think I will do this in lap 3 now.
All right. Good one.
I just have a bit of a sketchy memory.
Last lap. It's now or never. All right. We're about 1 second.
But then I can at least get this turbo and steering. It is a nice feeling. And we skip here with a turbo most of the time.
Right on. That's it.
We won't
Turbo's all yours.
drive too long with low power. Because you lose the power when you skip one buoy. And yeah, these lines get better with each lap. Let's just make a shortcut like this. So yeah, that was Let's Tumble Lagoon in hard mode, which is a lot more different track layout than in normal mode. Which is also different from Viper 64, where you just have a few different buoys, maybe different path, alternate path, which in this case is more or less the shortcut, but the track layout can be a lot of different. And while Viper 64 has an extra reverse mode, where you drive tracks in a reverse layout, here they are mixed. So in hard mode you sometimes see same track just backwards, or in expert mode will be different, while Southern Island more or less keeps the same in hard mode with the ship, maybe a bit wider here with the buoys. And we get a jump. Like I said earlier, ramps are not your friend this game. If you get a bad wave, throws you against the ramp, which can lose you so much speed that you can't get the ramp anymore. I have to... whoa. Sketchy. And also the waves can throw you up to the top of the pier, I think that's called. Once I landed through a high wave, I was thrown into that wood. Wasn't nice. Didn't get a corner. So yeah, very deep waves around here. Pier. And we still finish everyone. Nice. First. 2 is our competitors here. The game just more or less 2 people that most of the time annoy you the most. Both we don't see them very much without crashing, at least in hard mode. Expert mode can be quite problematic. But if you're leading, it's always nicer to drive around. It's like realistic motorsports. When you're in the lead, you have the fresh air or the fresh waves. Big advantage of the pole position. Try to get a corner. So you also can deal with an unlock stick or LR triggers. Get a bit around this stuff. Lean into the corner. More steering possibilities. And for the boost, it's the best just to lean into it. How much you want to steer and then use the turbo. Because steering changes while you have the turbo on is not a good idea.
Great.
You shouldn't expect too many changes, too much.
That's it. Right.
Don't go into a 90-degree angle corner
Down and 1 to go.
while using a turbo. That's not a good idea.
Way to go. You're about 5 seconds ahead. All right. Right on. Good.
Yeah, Aspen Lake again. Depending on the weather, the rocks can disappear under the water surface, which they don't do. Or even with stormy weather, the one tree falls down in the third lap. Which is always the same. Scripted. It was really safe Aspen Lake. I don't really like Aspen Lake in this game just because of a jump that I'm not a big fan of. Ramps are a problem, but this one I find even worse. And depending on the water level, you have less of a ramp or more to go. Sometimes you can go under that small bridge that after the ramp is.
Like that, and we might just win the circuit.
When the water level is even up. And we get another rainy city harbor. So yeah, when it's rains here, the water level change it either increases or decreases, or raises or lowers. Should have taken the shortcut there in the first lap. Forgot that. There are some small ramps that you can just jump over here, and you have to do that in first lap when it rains. And the boat is closing. Okay, that didn't happen to me before.
That's right.
Swans have 5 problems since here in the straight.
Way to go. Keep it up. Excellent. You just earned a turbo. Nice. That's it.
Don't know, that boat felt really bad.
Right. That's right.
There's Marina. And this nice green. You can jump over there in round 2. I wouldn't drive that too often, because the chance is not too high. Can still happen if you get the right ways.
You got it.
And our sister is leading for us.
Right on.
Both Hayamis leading the race.
That's it.
Which happens a lot of times. Come on, Kari. That Kari is annoying you when you play Hayami. Yota. Come on. If she drives in my back, then I can't steer as I want.
You're about 1 second ahead.
At least she's third now.
Good job.
Sibling rivalry here.
Nice. You got it. Good job. Good one. Right on.
Don't get my trick.
That's it. Keep it up. Excellent.
Definitely the
That's right.
must be the inputs that are getting in here.
Good. All right.
Sure, I'm doing everything right. Come on, get up fast. That was a close race.
You took first place. Nice racing.
With a shortcut would be way easier. Okay, I like the duels, as long as I'm not completely in the backfield.
Yeah, let's see some more of that in the next
Yeah,
race.
Akari is good for stunt mode, or would be, has the highest stunt points. So theoretically she could use that to execute better stunts in the stunt mode. Problem with her is that her top speed is so low that her jumps aren't very high, so you really have problem executing stunts in jumps. And I'm falling back here. But this is... Whoa, Arctic race. Again, but this time in reverse. And this is a small gap to jump through. My car is still in the lead. Not anymore. Right. Kyoda. Jump. Another nice wave here. I love this one. It goes deep. Go fast over the ice. It's one of the important parts to get a fast time here. Yeah, it's the remake from Glacier Coast. Just remember the name. Wafer 64. And it's a very calm water surface. Except for a few waves here and there. But even on stormy weather, it mostly snows. No changes in the waves. Which is really nice. Also, during controls, I'm mashing here the whole time the crouch button. But have to hold while doing some stunts. But it's done like in Wafer 64 where we also... I'm taking here while explaining stuff. I was going around the left, but I think she hit me so hard that was going right. The steering should have been enough. What was the other one's fault? I don't remember the name of her. There aren't many drivers, but... Ah! Close finish. Oh boy. When you can't decide to go left or right around the buoy, then you hit it in the middle. That's what happened here. I should decide earlier. I could have missed the buoy. Could have taken that. Wouldn't have mattered anyway, in the end. Well. First not podium finish. Still have enough points. Now goes to Lorotse Canal. Or the Japanese version calls Aqua Maze. The street circuit. Well, this is it. The final race. Give it your best. There are some prototype pictures around for Wave Race, like game, and there seems to be they had planned such a town circuit. At least could theorize that. The car is still on the lead here. I think it's a very cool track. They just overdid it a bit. If you play this blind, with these very tight corners, yeah, it's quite a problem. When you know your way around it. I like this track. Also hitting here the side street. And if you haven't the Ronalds, it's Venetic here. And a long straight, so we can do some nice tricks, of course. Don't have much to do there. Always something to do with in this game. Heavy on input. Either mashing crouch button, doing some trick, or starting a boost. And you can destroy the boats if you drive into them, like the cafe You jump there over, it's more ramp. Can destroy a lot of cafe inventory in this game. I think in another marathon there was that question. I just drove around the circuit and then, did you destroy a cafe there? But yeah, that's what you do here. Just a table and the chairs. And it's better to get the AI doing the destroying stuff than you have a free way to go. You lose a bit of speed. And it can change your direction, but the middle is free here, which is very nice. Would be hard to hit the left and right. Oh! Too hard into the side street and to the long straight and trying to keep the AI away. Another boost, should be good. And with that, we're done with hard mode. And also this very hard tracks, or this very hard track comes at the end of a hard mode. And when you play it casually, this game, you can't even practice this track. Because you first have to unlock it by playing it here. Oh, that is a bit of a difficulty with playing through this game the first time. If you play it casually, you don't know this track. And not knowing the layout in the corners, that's not, makes the game not really easy. But it's also not the longest racing game, so needs more replayability in such a way. Oh yeah, Serena. That was her name. I don't think we will see her in expert circuit again. But the Hayami siblings dominating everything here. Also nice fun fact, this track, La Razza Canal, can be played in night mode and day mode. And there are differences between the American and the Japanese version, how you can play it in time trials. And now I want to do this bonus stuff. So on the setting, go to fog mode, up, down, down, left, right, A, X, C. Get the confirmation sound. Now we have a bonus commentator, bonus announcer,
You have chosen poorly.
in a bad mood. And he has some good sentences. So every driver can have his bonus announcer. Can either use a normal one or activate this code. Then everyone gets this.
If I say anything to offend you, please let me know. I might want to do it again.
It's a very nice guy. Oh, and cat noises. Why is the camera also changing again? What I never understood in this game. It can happen mid of a race, I think, when you use too many boosts behind each other. Let me steer him. I'm not getting the corner steer. A jet ski doesn't want to steer when he has 0 speed. If they ram into me, I'm gonna run anymore. Blame the AI for this 5th place. Let me go at the back in the front. Whoa. So yeah, I thought I had a good start, but they caught me in the cave. And trying to get the straight line here, first boost. Good moment to use the boost, but you have to be aligned the right way. Not the best idea to miss one. There.
Last lap. What's holding you back? Turbo time. You're about 4 seconds ahead. Pathetic. Waste of time. Coward. Great. Pathetic. Forget it. Call that a pass?
Come on.
I grow tired of you. You're wasting my time.
Okay.
No quarter. Call that a pass?
Got the win.
You must have a sixth sense, because there's no sign of the other 5.
Yeah, he has some good things. Especially at the end. And have a start. I think after the points was the third car.
Give me time. I'll find a way of ignoring you.
Bad announcer. Always like to hear him. Back to Zowan Island the third time. Never sunny day.
Try not to embarrass me out there, okay?
Always good. And here with the biggest changes.
Wasted on you.
Boat is only in the background.
Forget it. Turbo's wasted on you. Super.
Go a wide way around here
Wasting
and
my
very
time.
heavy wave section.
Wasted on you. Poor. Pathetic. Waste of time. Turbo time.
Whoa.
Super.
Got a turbo too late, and
No
then I used the dive.
Ooh, a turbo.
Good thing that it worked. Have to decide on time.
You're about 4 seconds ahead.
And that wasn't a miss. That was a nice demonstration of how collision detection of the buoys work. But this wasn't counted as a miss. When you're very, very close around a buoy, you can't even go around the red buoy that you have to pass on the right. You can go around it on the left if you touch it hard enough. Not sure if you can just drive by, if that would work. I don't think.
You're wasting my time.
Most of the time you crash into it. So
Forget it.
happens by accident, this skip. Also these buoy misses, purpose, just skipping a long ongoing part of the track. And now no buoy misses more allowed, else we retire.
I grow tired of you. Weak. Waste of
That gets to the finish.
Your wins are like diamonds, kid. Very rare.
Well, I had a few so far.
Give me time. I'll find a way of ignoring you.
He's repeating himself, I think. Has a few more lines. Problem is that most variation happens when you're placed a bit lower.
If I say anything to offend you, please let me know. I might want to do it again.
Which is a bit hard to do on purpose. Now, the weather condition what Milky Lake, in this case Aspen Lake, is famous for, the fog circuit.
Pathetic.
Great graphic effect on the N64.
Adequate.
Here not
Excellent.
as impressive anymore. That still looks nice.
Poor. I grow tired of you. Pathetic. No quarter.
We still have a flat water surface with this one source of waves here on the side.
Fat lot of good at turbo will do you. Pathetic. No quarter.
A lot of wildlife with
You're wasting my time.
birds and also a brown bear
Call that a pass.
somewhere in the corner.
Super. You're wasting my time. Waste
That
of time.
we don't go all the way to visit him.
Last lap. Soon the agony will end. You're about 4 seconds ahead. Turbo time. You're wasting my time.
Should be able to do the shortcut
No
now.
mercy. Yellow buoys go
Yeah, nice line. It's a bit harder because of the boulders on the left side you can crash into. And you also want to use the boost so you don't have much steering.
grow tired of you.
Do that. 'Cause I only did it in one lap. Can do it
They're like diamonds, kid. Very rare.
in 2 laps. So we skip 2 buoys in 2 laps, which makes 4 the maximum for your retire. Makes it a bit risky. No other mistake allowed then. After.
Luck is a poor substitute for talent.
Yeah. Another city harbor, rainy city harbor. And it has a lot of ramps in expert circuit.
Just try not to embarrass me out there, okay?
So move most ships out of the way of the racetrack here.
Something's falling faster than your leg. The turbo is wasted on you. You're wasting my time. Forget it. Adequate.
But yeah, it can also be sunny here.
Behind? Fat lot of good.
Just doesn't happen often here in this run.
You're wasting my time.
You have a ramps and one way out of the way, so
Buoys, go on the right.
you skip that one.
Coward.
You lose a lot of speed. Normally you would go around these ramps, but they are so long and wide. More wide and long.
Pass. Excellent.
So hard to pass by them.
Something's falling faster than your leg. You're about 2 seconds ahead. Forget it.
And it's good if you hit that box on the right timing, else you can also crash into it.
You're wasting my time. No quarter.
Very rare cases.
Coward. Red.
Also using the boost,
That's the red buoys.
doing the skip.
Right.
Do not spend too long of time with
Waste of time.
a low boost power.
Ooh, a turbo. You're wasting my time.
And the water rises here in the tunnel, like it does in the rest of the track, because of the heavy rain.
It's holding you back. Poor. Rain.
A great wave section from the side.
Wasting my time.
Waves from the side are actually one of the coolest situations.
You couldn't have passed that buoy.
You just lean into them,
Two tries.
go around these slaloms. Use crouch button probably on the wrong
Grow tired of you.
at the wrong time.
Wasting my time.
Lost too much speed on that one run.
Call that a pass.
Yeah. Try to not hit into a buoy.
Why you never go on vacation? You're always on an ego trip.
Ah, that is a good one. I think.
Give me time. I'll find a way of ignoring you.
Don't hear too many different sentences here. sadly.
If I say anything to offend you, please let me know. I might want to do it again. 3, 2, 1, go!
But I got a turbos here at the start.
Waste of time.
It's nice to see. Got his timing.
Call that a pass.
So now it looks very the same almost as normal, but now we can enter the cave with pingans, and hopefully get this dive 2 other times as well.
No quarter. Coward. Super.
Problems with this dive is that you don't get it every time
No mercy.
because of how ramps work in this game.
You're wasting my time.
Even if it's almost no waves inside of the cave, you can still land on the ramp so that you lose speed and then you don't get the height to get a dive afterwards. The worst thing is that happens in the 3rd lap. You can't make the time good anymore.
Forget it.
So far it works.
Pass. Super.
Can't complain.
You're wasting my time. Forget it.
Try not to
Pass.
try too much on ice because on ice you can't steer much.
Forget it. Adequate. Last lap. What's holding you back? You're about 1 second ahead.
And Ricky is very close.
Turbo's wasted on you. Pathetic. Forget it.
And try not to use turbo here much because also would bend this entire section with less power. And it worked 3 times.
Wasting my time. Forget
That's not always guaranteed.
Excellent.
I tried it a few times to see if it's really consistent, but
No mercy.
if there's a consistent way to get it. Sometimes it doesn't work, doesn't want to work.
I know why you never go on vacation. You're always on it.
Okay.
I don't know what I'd do without you, but it's fun thinking about it.
Ever want to have the sentences you shouldn't mash too much in the screens? Because you cut him short then. So back in Larat's canal or Aquamaze.
If I say anything to offend you, please let me know.
He's saying a lot of similar stuff. He has more sense than that. Well, Larat's canal now in reverse mode.
Pathetic.
Still a fun course with more cafe to destroy. And down went 2 more
You're wasting
tables.
my time. Forget it.
A sharp corner,
Turbo time.
cool selection,
You're
blind
wasting my
corners,
time. Waste of time.
and I want to go right side,
I grow tired of you.
but my steering didn't end that hard. Trying to get a jump.
I grow
You
tired
don't wanna...
of you.
didn't get the left corner, damn.
No quarter. Call that a pass.
Didn't want to drive that line, but okay, take it.
You're wasting my time.
Better than crashing anyway.
About 3 seconds ahead. Turbo time. Call that a pass.
Because the game doesn't give you the boost on the ramp
I grow tired.
without any thought behind it.
Wasting my time.
It's to get you over the ramp, else you don't have the speed.
I grow tired of you.
Then you can get stuck a bit.
Waste of time.
Which is the most annoying part of this game, getting stuck on a ramp.
Wasting my time.
Oh yeah, yeah. Now get a left corner, come on. Do a bit of trick and getting... With this very flat water surface, for some reason very bumpy. Jump a lot around. There's still some table and some chairs standing. The whole fit doesn't do a good job at cleaning the cafe completely. A bit of wall riding. That's actually the line that I wanted to go the whole time. Ah, enough ticks for a boost Evian. Okay, can't complain about the game so far. Now we go on to the last track. To a kind of Scottish environment with a castle and sheep.
Final race. This is the end of the road.
We go to the end of the road. So yeah, very short track. And quite a simple one if you drive it the fastest way. You can make it more complicated if you want.
It's time to end this.
I love that sentence. Last race. There are the sheep outside. Entrance to a castle will open in a moment, but that's the way more complicated way. Because you have to go around some pillars that are in front of your way if you go into the castle. Way faster. Whoa. Not going around that buoy the wrong way. Getting the other normal way. There's also a second shortcut that we found through the official guide, which is even worse. I'm not sure about the shortcuts in this circuit. Why I've implemented. There we heard the window being destroyed. Jumping out of a castle. The AI has this problem keeping the speed through the castle. It's not faster, so we don't go that. Even if it's a interesting, very interesting route. I actually like it. Going on the pillars. And we're in the last lap of the game. Last straight. And victory. And time. Also with the finish line. Sorry about explaining that part. Yeah, when you crush the finish line. Because now we only have some point calculating and actually took a bit longer than I expected. So out of shape.
You must get up early. How else can you make so many mistakes in one day?
There weren't that many big mistakes in that run, but also not the IL strats that you would see in time trials. But yeah, still got through the game, which is kind of hard if you play it casually. So getting every first place. So when you play win this expert circuit, you also unlock every weather setting for every track. If you get a third place here, you unlock it for normal mode, everything. Second place for hard mode. First place for every other mode. Else you can unlock the weather if you find it randomly in these circuits. So with these nice pictures from our winners and Yoda Hayami fireworks. thank Insomniacs for having me, and hope you had fun with Wave Race. We still wait for another title in the series from Nintendo. There were rumors about a remake of this game for the Switch. At least you could read some interview, think like that. Still nothing seen so far. Give us more ravers, yeah. Please, Nintendo. We had 80 years without another Wave Race title. It would be time. But it still looks good, I think, Bluestone. Yeah. That was Blue Storm, and with that, thank you, and I say have fun with coming Pokemon. Naraya probably is ready and will show us a Dutch with a bike. That's a short form for that run, I would describe it. So yeah, thanks for watching, and goodbye.